to Natasha Makes. I might just change it to McCarthy Makes actually this morning because, as you can see, I have my my small sidekick here. This is Freddy. Freddy, would you like to say hello to everybody?
Hello.
Right, that's your camera there.
Hello.
Give him a little wave. Okay. We're putting this down as work experience, basically. You have already helped me this morning, haven't you, Freds? What have you done? You don't know. Did you pack me some boxes?
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. See, also warehouse staff, which is excellent. We're going to have a look at some messages, Freddie. People might message in and say hello to you, which means you can practice your reading skills. I like to think of this as cross-curricular activities. And also, Ali wanted to say hi to you. So do you want to say hello to Ali?
Hello, Ali.
There you go. There you go. So if any messages come in there, you can keep a watch on there and see if you can read any of those. We have got lots of messages and things for you today. Lots to update you on. So hold tight. We'll get to a demo in a minute.
Write a comment.
Where are we? What are you looking at? Oh, that says write a comment. Yeah, no, that's where if we want to write that. Yeah, that's not somebody's comment. That's just saying you can write a comment. Not you. That's Martina. Martina's watching. Morning, Martina. Martina is the one that instigated everybody making your quilt.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's that?
And these are all the other people that are watching us now, Fred. And Alison there says, morning, Natasha and Freddie.
Morning.
Morning, you two. That's Kaz says that. Martina says, hi, Freddie.
Hi.
There you go. You have a look at those while I just tell everybody what's going on. So we have got a limited number of quilt kits, which is why Freddie's here. He's here to tell you all about the quilt kits because he knows about the dinosaur bit. Not really my bag.
Yeah.
But yeah. And what else we got? Right. Okay. So a little development. Obviously, Bojo went on air last night and made all of his announcements. This has changed a few things with regard to orders. So Creative Grids right now, all of the orders placed yesterday, they are just putting those on hold for now while they work out what they legally can and can't do in terms of being in their warehouse. So if you, Freddie, just, yeah, they're all saying hello to you. They're all saying hello to you. Okay. All right, so you can say hello to back in a minute. So with Creative Grids, your orders will be fulfilled. We just aren't quite sure when because they hold the stock for me there and then send it over as soon as your orders are placed. But we just missed that boat by literally 12 hours. Yeah, let me know if you're happy to wait and we'll just keep updating you, then that's great. You will get them. If you want a refund, message us, we'll sort that out. But like I say, all of the orders are held and we will get them to you as soon as we can. It was just the announcement last night. But certain suppliers are carrying on and I've been messaging them all morning, working out how best to do it, if they send me stock here or what we do. So we are working. There are lots. I do hold lots of fabric here. And those kits will be sent out. That's what we were making this morning, wasn't it, Freddie? Lots of kits, yes, ready to go out. So certain things we absolutely definitely know we have here ready to go. Search Press, all of our books online. Search Press are going to dispatch directly for us. So we don't have to mess around with that. So if you look on our website, www.natashamakes.com, what you will find is that in order to celebrate and say thank you to Search Press, we have taken 10% off all of the books from Search Press on our website. So that will help give a little bit of inspiration for you here and there and just, so that you can get things making. What you doing?
Reading that.
Oh, Ruth says, morning, Freddie, you handsome prince.
Yay!
Don't give him ideas. And this is, Elizabeth says, you are nice, Freddie. Yeah, 5 o'clock this morning.
Nick?
5 o'clock.
Oh,
Yeah, Nikki's watching. Who else? We've got Ali. Lots of Ali's this morning. Sil says, morning, Freddie and Natasha. Who else we got? Steph, morning. Lots of people. Oh yeah, Debbie says, hope you're having a good day. Love the dinosaur quilt. We're going to come to that in just a minute. Right. Oh, Geraldine, you know my mug that says, I'm a mum, what's your superpower? That was from Geraldine. I know, big, he's 6. He's 6. I'm nearly 6 foot. He's 6. It's ridiculous. He's huge. And Freddy, Grandma might be watching. No. Don't look at the phone. Out there. Morning, Grandma.
Morning, Grandma.
Do you know who else might be watching? Barry might be watching.
Hello, Barry.
And Nanny Mew and Great Grandad Ray.
Happy birthday, Grandad Ray.
Good boy. Right. So that's all the family mentions out the way. Good morning, all. What else was there to mention? Yeah, so 10% off Search Press. We've got other things shipping in, which is great. Joe Carter's fabric has been delayed. It is coming in. It's just been delayed, so don't worry. All of your bunny kits are... Everything else is ready to go. There's just one fabric that she's waiting for. Hello, what now?
What's that?
That's Ali. That's Ali Barton. That's the Ali you were going to say hello to, because she asked yesterday if they could see you. That's why you're here.
Oh.
Yeah. So what else was I going to say to you? I think that's mainly it. So let's see what we've got on the show today. Freddie, you are here to talk about dinosaurs. You are our resident dinosaur expert, correct? Correct. So we needed to know what sort of dinosaurs are on this quilt. Could you please point and let us know? What's that one?
Spinosaurus.
A whattosaurus?
Spinosaurus.
A Spinosaurus. Okay.
Pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl, good job.
Diplodocus.
Diplodocus. What's that one?
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Uh-huh.
Ice Creamosaurus.
Ice Creamosaurus. What's that one?
Dino Bike.
Dino Bike? Is he a Cyclosaurus? I think he's a Rockosaurus.
A Rockosaurus.
Is he a Sprinklysaurus?
And Sprinklysaurus.
Hang on, step on to one side so people can see the Sprinklysaurus. He looks like he's got a kangaroo pouch, doesn't he? A Kangaroosaurus.
Kangaroosaurus.
Is that how it works? Yeah?
Or a Panthosaurus.
A Pantosaurus? Could well be. I have got only 6 of these. I have got 3 with a metre of the white binding and 3 with a metre of the... Oh, hang on, Fred, we've got to get it down from here. 3 with a metre of the teal binding. A metre of that.
Yeah.
Let me show you. Fred, can you hold...
Oh,
No, stop. Get your nose out the phone. Can you hold that for me there, please? Just hold that. No, other arm round the back. That's it, because otherwise you block the camera. Hold that there for me there, and that there. And look, I'm going to change that to there. There you go. Hold it over just a little bit. That's so when you have to hold stuff, that's where you hold it. Good boy. That's your teal, and it's just the teal version of the white. There was your white. So that, yeah, you'll get a metre of that. So if you go for the teal, you get a metre of that. If you go for the white, you get a metre of the white. Fred, do you want to show us the white?
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, your arms are going to ache. You've got to work for your lunch, haven't you? There you go. Hold that. Good boy. Thank you, my darling. So yeah, there they are, all rocking out there, all in all sorts of directions. And then you will also get half metre for your binding. Do you want to put your arm down? There you go, hold that one up for me. There's a good boy, thank you. Oh, up. There you go, good job, well done, Bear. Yeah, that is... It's not peekaboo with a monkey, friends. People need to see the fabric. Hold that up. Freds, properly please, or you will be dismissed. There you go.
What's this miss?
Yeah, I'll send you out in disgrace. You can go and sit outside with the dogs. Right, so that is your fossil fabric there, and you'll get half a metre of that. Fred, you've got fossil, haven't you? Can you remember who gave you your fossil?
No.
It was Philip, wasn't it? Philip Jacobs gave you your fossil.
See, I showed you.
Do you know where it is? Can you do it quietly?
But please, can you reach it?
Yeah, you see, that's where that falls slightly flat on its face because I'm here doing this.
Okay, I'll go get it.
Okay.
I have a good trick.
You have a good trick. Why does this fill me with absolute dread and horror? He has a good trick. Okay. So I've got 3 with the teal, 3 with the white. I'll get back to it in a minute. And then you've got 1/2 metre of your binding fabric. I'm going to show you another trick for that in a minute as well. I have also got a handful of kits where you can get 1/2 metre of each of those fabrics as well. These are all up on the website. They should be underneath where we're live. I'm sure that Josh and SJ will sort that for me. Peekaboo, yeah. Right, so we've got those. Do take a look. Let me pop those back up there. This is my new filing system because we're getting a bit crowded. Oh yeah, so yesterday my top was nice and long, so you couldn't see the fact I was still in my yoga pants. This morning after the show, Fred and I have got to do that Joe Wicks exercise thing. Yeah. Got me exercise pants on today. Fred's has got his gym kit in. We're all good to go. Right, did you find it? Yay! This is Freddy's fossil. And how many years old is this?
200?
It's a little bit older than 200. Do you know by how many? 53 million years minus 200. That's how much more, how much older it is. 53 million years. Who's that nearly as old as?
Polly?
So Barry's not watching. Right. So and this is a vertebrae. This is a dinosaur's vertebrae.
What's a vertebrae?
It's your backbone.
Hmm.
So that would have been on his back, all the way along, probably that way, holding everything in place. So that would have been down there.
No, down there.
Or down there. Yeah.
Or down there.
Or down there, yeah.
Oh, down there.
There you go. Go and put it back, please. Gently, carefully. 53 million years, Freds.
Where should I put it?
Where you found it, please. Gently. And then come back because I need your help.
Okay.
Okay. He's still got his mic on. I don't think he realises. Big sigh. Big sigh. Yeah, we are. Thank you, Rachel. We are all staying safe this morning. Wendy, don't even start on the pocket money. We're not going there. We're not. He gets fed. What more does he want? He gets actually he's at the age where you can just pay him in football cards, and he's really happy with that. And that's generally the barter system in our household right now. So yes, Freddy obviously has all the dinosaur knowledge, so that's that covered. We've talked about all the other things.
Yeah.
Come on, Freds, we need to start demoing.
What's demo?
What you're going to find out when you get down here. Come on. Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Freddie, how many years have you had your monkey?
5 years.
Not far off. Not far off. The monkey has been well loved, I have to say. Yeah, it needs some repair. It has been muchos loved.
Where?
There's a little split in its paw there.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll fix it later. But it has been well loved, and I think just because it gets swung around by the arms quite a lot. Not right now. So that is the monkey, and the monkey is in Tilda's toy box, which is an absolutely glorious book. Obviously, because so many of you are on lockdown at the moment, I've had lots of messages saying, please, 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 can you bring us stuff to do with the kids? This is a great one, and I'm going to show you why. It's a really beautiful book with lots of goodies in there. There's one version of the monkey. You can have a pirate Tilda toy. You've got quilts in here. You've got toys, but they are really simple to make. Really simple. So what I've done, and this is just going up on the website, and I'll have to find out. I've got basically 3 little kits, including the book, where you will get 1/2 metre of Tilda toy fabric, 1/2 metre of, hang on, I'll show you in a minute, this fabric so that you can make the monkey. There's your toy fabric so that you can make one of the dolls. Ready? So you make one of the dolls, and that's also your monkey face fabric. and also a fat quarter of that so that you can do things like one of the whales. And I'm going to show you some of that in just a minute. That's not helpful, Bear. Did you want football cards or not? These are the whales, aren't they gorgeous? I think they're absolutely fab. Well, I'll show you how to make one in a minute. And this is the monkey. So you've got all of the patterns in the back. I have got 24 of these today, 10% off. Actually, I've got 21 individually and 3 will be in kits. And you've got, oh, Fred, there's a snake in here.
Snake! I want a snake!
I know you like a snake. There you go. Look at, hang on. There. Can you see in that screen there? Can you see the snake? It's the prettiest snake you've ever seen, isn't it? What's your favourite show?
Snake Boss!
Snake Boss. Yeah, that's actually a show, people. And then I thought this was rather lovely. So what went on sale today is our Dove fabric. A lot of you said, could we have the Dove white that I showed you yesterday because it's such a gorgeous colour. Could you have the Dove white by itself? So I've put 10 metres of that up on the website for you to get this, and that will work beautifully with this. I'm going to show you a few little ways to make this because I think that's absolutely gorgeous, and also how... Freddy. Different ways in which to make this.
This.
Right. You, mister, are going to be sent out in disgrace in a minute. Come on, stand here, please. How good are your cutting skills?
Good.
Are they? Honestly?
Cut, 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 cut.
Okay, we're going to try them. This might go wrong. Okay. If I draw around here,
Yeah.
would you be able to cut on that line?
Yeah.
Okay, so in order to do the monkey on the pillow, you will need the book. And you will need, for the front, so the background is 12 by 20 inches. So basically half a metre of fabric will do that. So you've got your 50 metres and it's 30 centimetres. So yeah, you'll get your cushion out of that, especially if you're not envelope seaming. So Freddie, that is, Tilda says to you that you can do, here, let's get close up. Do you want to hold that there for me, please? There you go. So you can, down a bit, there we go. Up a bit, there we go. Perfect. No, Freddie, seriously, stop. So you you've got all your patterns, so you cut your pattern piece out, just trace it out the back of the book, which is all I did. Cut that out, and then I just placed it where I wanted. So I sort of fussy cut because I didn't want the flower pots, but I did want the beautiful flowers there. So, and then I've just added a seam allowance around there, and then it's a bit like English paper piece. Well, it is English paper piecing, but I'm just going to get Freddie to cut that out. Do you think you can manage to do that?
Yes.
Yes, under my watchful gaze. Give that a go. On that line, okay? I'll take the pin out. We'll see. But I guess it's good to get them involved, right? And I then prick myself with the pin. Brilliant. Genius. Okay, go with the, if you open the scissors up, go with that bit there, that's the sharp bit. Okay? Can you do that? Or do you want a smaller set of scissors? Smaller ones. What about those? They are super sharp though, Freds. These are not like your blunt cuts nothing scissors. Okay? Be really, really careful with those. Yeah? Yeah, okay, pop this down on the table there. There we go. Is that easier? And then hold that still there. There we go. Right, whilst you do that, so then we're going to do some English paper piecing. So there are two ways that you can do the cushion. The first is to English paper piece on. So I'll show you how to do that with Freddie's help. So he's busy cutting out. This is great having an assistant. And then the other way is to basically bonder web and applique them on that way. And then you can just do a decorative satin stitch all the way around. So we'll show you some of those ways. First things first is how to get the patterns out of the book. So let's put this to one side and have a look here. You okay there, Bear? Good cutting, mister. Let me show you here. So, up, up, up. Here you have, this is your face. So all I did was draw that in a black heavy outline, and then flip it and draw on the other side. And then you can use your window or a light box if you've got that. And then I brought that bit across to here. This is your body part. And then where the neck joined on, so that was my face. And then I drew the body, and then just over the top, don't know if you can see there, I've just done that so that they can then be stitched on. I've then got arms. This was how I did the face. So there was the face there, and then I flipped it and did that. And then there's the ear. So when I traced the face again, and then I just traced the ear onto there. So I've got my face, I have got my tail, I've got my arm, and I've got my body. So they are all my pieces. Now I can either trace those onto Bondaweb and get Freddy to help me cut them out.
I'm done.
Oh, well done, good job. Or I can do the English paper piecing method. Well done you, thank you very much. What did I do? Oh, here we go. So if we're going to do this method, let's show everyone, shall we, Freds?
Yes.
Yes. And this is the method that Tilda suggests in the book. We will turn that around. Here we go, we'll turn that around and we will put, beautifully cut there, Freds, that's onto there. Now, we need a little bit of glue. And this is one of the things that I've got on its way to me, is your English paper piecing glue. So, Freds, we're just going to put a little bit of glue like that. What colour's that?
Yellow.
Yellow, okay. When it dries, we won't see any colour whatsoever.
Magic glue.
Magic glue, yeah, so it doesn't stain the fabric. Now, Freddie's obviously cut this out for me beautifully. What I'm going to do now is snip up to those edges really carefully. Okay, but as I snip around, I'm snipping up to the heart.
Not snipping the heart.
Not snipping the heart, no. Just up to it. Okay, these are super sharp, aren't they, Bear? Yeah. So we'll snip all the way up to here. So I was looking for things that you could do with the little ones.
Why do you cut that?
Huh? Because it's bulk, we don't need that bit.
What's bulk?
Bulk is extra bits we don't need. So, Fred, what we'll do is we'll put a little bit of glue on there, like that.
Another bit of glue,
Yeah.
magic glue.
Magic glue, and then we're going to use the side of that paper, and we're going to
And
push on
push!
there. Okay? So,
Can I do the next bit?
yeah, go on then, you do that. So use your finger, that's it. Now use your finger, Freddie, use your finger like that to push it on there. Okay, so if I do a bit of gluing and you do a bit of pushing, there you go. Yeah, now we might need a little bit more so that that fabric can then go round onto there. Round like that.
Do the next bit.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, let me put some glue on. There you go.
Can't.
That's it. That's it. Push it on. So push it, Freds. Use the fabric there. Can you see? Use the edge of the fabric. Put your finger on the fabric and push that in. That's it. Push.
I just got.
Oh, did I get you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to run that against there. Okay. Now we're going to go there. Okay. Good boy. Excellent. Okay. Now we need some more coming around there. Woo. Okay. So Fred, can you move your finger, if we move that around like that so everybody can see what we've done so far. So far we've just done that round there like that. And from
And then
that
it's
side.
Freddy's turn again.
And then it's your turn again. You're not giving yourself a name, you're just calling yourself Freddy. What do we call that? Talking in the...
Third person.
That's right, yeah. Okay, so we'll go again. Bit more glue around there. Fred, let's show that on a close-up, shall we? Show what we're doing. So we are putting a little bit of glue on.
Should I put
And then,
it on?
yeah, push that down, like that. There you go. But as you go around those edges, if try and really push against.
Ah,
Really push
you
against
just
the
got me
paper.
again.
Got you again? That is all I want to do, Bear. There you go. So use the actual paper to push against. Get your hands out the way, Freddie. That's not helpful at all. Thank you.
A butterfly flying you.
And then do you want to do the rest of that down there?
Yeah.
There you go.
I can do it.
Go on then, you do that. And then, so whilst Fred does that, what they then say to do, what she then says to do is to then just stitch it onto your background. And then when that's done, you'll take a snip from the other side and remove the papers from the underside. Thank you very much. Beautifully done. So there's our heart, all beautifully put together. Thanks, Fred. Hang on. Just one little bit. We just need to adjust slightly. But you see, this is it. So the glue is not a permanent glue. What does permanent mean? Can you remember?
I don't know.
You don't mean? It means it's not going to be there forever.
140?
There you go. There we go.
And we are
So you would just sew that on, and then from the back side you'd make a little snip and take the papers out. That is one way to do it. Or you can just applique with Bonder web on and then interface your cushion and stitch around using a satin stitch. What you doing?
Put my hand on this.
Right, let's not do that. Right, okay. Do you want to go and do something else now? You're bored?
No.
You going to stay? Okay. So, in that case, let's show some Bonder webbing, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
No
next
scissors.
up... Huh?
No scissors.
No scissors, no. So, what we're going to do, Freds,
Ah!
we're going to get our monkey fabric. Oh, no, we're not. Tell a lie. We're going to get our Bonder web out.
I
Okay?
thought we were doing the monkey fabric.
We are doing a monkey face.
I said fabric.
And I'm going to get a little bit of washi tape. Have I got washi tape there?
Yep.
No, that would be far too useful, wouldn't it? Hang on, let me get some other tape to hold this down. So Fred, what we're going to do, you're watching. Can you draw round that bit for
Where?
me?
Thank you.
So,
What about if I go wrong?
well, it doesn't matter. So we're going to do that face bit.
I have this at school.
There you go. Oh, right, good tracing. Good tracing. Very good tracing there, Fred. Okay, good.
Yeah.
And we will iron that onto our fabric. We need to put the iron on.
Iron, where's the iron? Oh.
No, not that one. Okay. So what we'll do, thanks Fred, is rough cut. Can you grab me the pink scissors, please, from out there?
Pink.
Pink scissors. Pink. Straight in front of you. There you go. They're the ones. That's it. Hold them safely. Good lad. Right. We are going to press this now onto our monkey face fabric, Freddie. Okay, so this is our monkey face fabric. If you are going to buy the kit is going to go up online any minute.
Kid?
Kit.
Oh, I thought you said kid.
No, kit. Kit. Let's get our pressing mat out, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to use the little iron, Freds.
What little iron?
This little iron here. So,
Iron? Where's the
we're getting
iron?
ourselves in a right old mess. We need to have a little tidy. There we go. Let's put
Which
that there.
iron?
Can you, this little one here.
Fire.
Can you take the monkey and go and put it in the other room, please? Tidy, tiny bear, thanks. Now, let's put it onto that side there. So you press your applique, with your iron, you press your Bonder web, thank you Fred, onto there, like that. Now I am Oh, I should probably. Let me just take a little bit of that fabric off there. I should have used my my pressing mat. This is a sugarwork mat.
What's a sugarwork mat?
This is a sugarwork mat. So for those people that work with cakes and things like that.
I like cake.
I know you like cake. And they do beautiful, beautiful decorations. Then what they have is what we call a sugarwork mat. And that is drawing the heat in. And this is silicone, so it withstands all the heat. It's absolutely fine. It's not getting warm under there. And then these little holes in here, they sort of draw the heat in. So there's glue on the other side of that Bonder web. Yeah. And
it can go
and
forward.
so the iron's melting it, but that doesn't let it puddle outwards. It's very clever.
Oh.
It's clever, huh? Clever stuff. Now you're not going to touch that because that's hot, so I'm going to cut that out. Okay. I guess if you want to.
Not scissors.
What are you doing?
Scared of those scissors.
You're scared of yeah, well, you're not touching these scissors. These are not your scissors. Don't you worry about that.
I'm running away from them. I don't want to be cut.
I'm not going to cut you, Freds. You're fine.
Right.
So you just cut these out, and then you can applique this then onto.
What's this?
Freddie, come back in here.
2007. 2007.
So we have a monkey face.
Yay!
And that will then go onto our monkey fabric. Here we go, I've got some spare stuff here. It wasn't quite 1/2 metre.
Yeah.
No, so that, Freddie, is part of the kit. So that will be going out to someone. You'll be boxing that up later.
Oh man.
Oh man. It's so tough, isn't it? Being 6 or however old you're 6 now, aren't you? Right, let's then, do you want to, with the Bonder web threads, draw around?
Ah, all of it.
Yeah, yeah.
All of it.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Okay, can you do that?
Which bit?
Around there and around, let me show you. So we're going to go round the outside, just round the outside, round the outside.
Why
like that.
can't we go like?
Because this is all going to be out the same fabric.
Okay? So when we've done all that, do we need to like do?
Yeah, just go round the outside, round here.
And then when we're done, can we just like do that and do that?
If you feel that need.
Yay!
There you go.
Okay.
So yeah, applique is excellent to get everybody involved. There we go. So whilst you do that, I'm going to read out some messages. Margaret says, morning Natasha and Freddie, lovely to see you this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Gemma, good morning to you. I have a mat like this in our caravan, so protect the surfaces from heat. Yes, there is another use for it. Applique, perfect. Ella is watching. Morning, Ellery. Elizabeth says John calls her monkey face. Well, you are a bit cheeky.
I'm done.
Gosh, that was quick. Blimey. Wow, okay. Let's do that then.
I'm done. Do I need to do the inside now?
No, because we've already done that, haven't we? We've got that bit there.
Where's the eyes?
Well, the eyes we're going to draw on with...
Can I go
No, because this is just the sticky glue stuff.
Oh.
Okay? This is what we will then stick onto the fabric.
Oh.
Yeah?
Oh.
So we're going to rough cut that.
Ah.
Now, the reason that Tilda suggests that you do your English paper piecing kind of thing, a type of applique, rather than this way with all the Bonder web, is that it can make it slightly solid. Now, what I'm going to look at, you know what solid means, is getting something that's a little bit finer. So watch this space because I have some ideas for that. What are you doing? Singing?
Yes.
So Fred, once we've done this, have you got some Lego to finish now? That's spare. So we don't throw that away because we throw nothing away here, do we, Freddie?
I am throwing it away.
No, you are not. No, you are not.
I am.
Right, there. we're going to send you to go and do some Lego now.
No!
Yes! Yes! You've got model making to do. Have you told everyone what you're making, by the way? Why don't you go and get it?
What?
Your sailboat.
Okay.
How many steps have you got left to do?
About...
You haven't got much, have you?
It goes up to 127.
127 steps to make some Lego?
Yeah.
It's crazy talk.
And I'm on 97.
Oh my goodness me. You know what I've just done completely wrong, don't you? Because I'm not really concentrating. Is that
No,
I should have...
98.
Thank you, Fred. Is that actually what I should
No,
have done?
97.
Thank you. Bye-bye, Freddy. Is what I should have done is actually I've left some of that rough cut around there. I've now made life really hard for myself because I wasn't concentrating to now cut that out. So don't do what I've just done because I'm trying to entertain a 6-year-old at the same time. Yeah, don't do that bit. Good times, hey? Good times. What I'm also going to do is add on a bit of the body as well. So we'll add that on. However much we can manage to muster onto there. Gosh, don't tell Freddy that I'm doing this while he's not looking. For goodness sakes, he will not be happy. Right, bit of body. I've done it again, haven't I? Let's pop that under there. So that we've discovered will go onto there. So I can just trim that. Can you see all right from there, everybody? And I will just pop that down there. Now the beauty of going onto this mat is that if I need to lift that up, I can just reheat and lift because there is a little bit of an overhang there. It would have been more sensible, wouldn't it, just to have done it in one fell swoop. But there we go. Right. Now at home, obviously you will have done this better. I now have given myself the job of cutting rounds absolutely perfectly, but we will do that and that will be fine. Yeah, let's do that then. And off we go. So yeah, what you should have done is left some space, left just a little bit of Bondaweb around the outside, because otherwise now I've got to go in really close and really accurately to cut this out. But it'll be fine. I'm just going to rough cut that fabric. And then we'll come back to that and cut that out. So, are you all safe? Are you all well? Mostly, are you all well? That's what I'm properly worried about. We, obviously, things have to change day by day. So we can only tell you day by day what we're managing to do here right now. So we will continue to broadcast because we can. And, you know, when everything goes into lockdown fully, we can still continue to broadcast, which is the beauty of my setup here. So it was really important for me because you've supported me through some funny old times when we lost, when we lost Sewing Quarter and all of that. You've really supported me. So it's important that now, when we're going through as a country some tough times, that that, you know, we stay open. And we do as much as we can, business as usual. So I know that you'll be very supportive and be as good as gold about, you know, we will get you your orders to you as soon as we possibly can. That's a given. A lot of them are going to be absolutely fine. There's a little bit of a delay on a few. Because of just of the nature of the business, I can't hold all the warehouse here. So a lot of it is outsourced and a lot of it is direct dispatch. Now, the beauty of that is some of it comes from other countries that aren't on lockdown. So in cases like that, we're absolutely fine. But what we are doing on the website is going through on a case-by-case basis and just letting you know, well, we're trying to write up whether or not it's a delayed dispatch. But if you are concerned about any orders, then SJ will continue to work remotely from home, doing all of your customer service stuff from home. So that is, we can then keep things as much as we can. Now, do I just need to... Oh, I love these colours together. I've only got a few little kits of this, but you might have a stash at home. If you want me to do a monkey pillow kit, like I say, there are 24 of those books that I've got. 3 will be in kits. If you would like me to do a monkey pillow kit, then I would very happily put that together for you. Just leave a message. Oh, would you believe it? No, just leave a message underneath where you watch us live, and we'll find those. That's the joy of a magnetic pincushion, isn't it? So all I wanted was just a pin to just scratch the back there, which means I can then peel off my applique. We lost Freddy. Is he saying stuff? Do you know what? I'll just turn him off. As goodness knows what he'll be saying right now. Oh gosh, that's my tummy rumbling. Right, so that then goes on there like that. So find your place. And this is, oh, make sure I'm just, don't do what I do and then go to iron on the wrong side. There we go. Get the right side. Oh, for the book and that was, oh, we agreed it was $32.99 for the book and the metre and a bit of fabric. It's all right, Josh is just asking how much stuff is. So yeah, if you want to get the fat quarter of fabric, so that will do your whale, I'll show you whale in a minute. 1/2 metre of the meadow fabric for your monkey or whatever else. There are so many projects in the book, it's up to you. And 1/2 metre of your Tilda doll making fabric, which does the monkey face and also makes those gorgeous Tilda dolls. Then I've got 3 of those with the book that are going up on the website now. I've just been asked for the price of it simply because simply why? Oh yeah, because we had to take the 10% off the book, because today all Search Press books have got 10% off on our website. You don't have to put in any codes or anything like that. We've just already taken that off the price. So we've got the face, we've done that. We need some arms and things like that. And they can be added on later as you go. So what I would say now is get your fabric, and so the piece of fabric that they ask for is this dove white, and I won't actually do it on here. Here we go, but I will just show you here. You would place that wherever you want it on there, and obviously take your backing off, press that down. I would interface the back of this, or you can add your wadding straight on if you're going to make it a nice plush effect. And then get your, if you've got a zigzag, do it the narrowest that you can do it in terms of stitch length, because that will make it into a satin stitch. So anyone could do this, no matter what their machine. Have a play around with how wide you want it to be, and then just go around those edges. So when you've appliqued it down, go around those edges, so that if you don't want to do the English paper piecing, where have we got that heart? Where did I put the heart? Because with this, the other way that Tilda says to do it in the book is to then stitch that on by hand around there, flip the fabric round, put a snip and pull your paper pieces out from the back. So you'll put a little snip in that fabric there, and then you will put your wadding, and then you will quilt it, so that you will never see it. I am conscious that I don't want to mess up this fabric. I'm not going to do it on this fabric. I might do it later, but for now I'll leave that there. So yeah, and then just satin stitch around that, and that will hold it. That will absolutely hold it. So you add your arms and your tail and everything else, and you are good to go. And that's 2 different ways to do your applique monkey cushion. And when it's done, And it is really beautiful. I do love it. It is, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's here. Let me show it to you here. How gorgeous is that? Really, really lovely. So you can have the tail coming off at another angle, just bits of arms, bits of, you know, it's just beautiful. I use for this, so she uses doll paint. I use this pen here, which is just a fabric marker. And then I use fabric marker for that. If it's not going to be washed, then I've also used, not mascara, blusher. Yeah, but I just think it's really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. But she shows you all these techniques for your applique as well. I just wanted to show you a different one, but how gorgeous is that? And then you've got your snakes. Fred's like the snake, didn't he? And there, you see the monkeys look great in any colour, but getting hold of that toy fabric, that's the tricky one. I've got some of that darker colour as well. I've got light colour, I've got darker colour, and then I've also got the grey as well. So I've got doll fabric on the website by the half metre as well. But there you go. If you would like, and this is it, I kind of need to be right now influenced by you. So if you want more kits like that, let me tell you, just tell me, because I've got doll fabric here. I can make you up kits to make the dolls in the books if you're going for the books. The springtime book is absolutely gorgeous, and I could make you up kits for that. So just message me, let me know what you would like, and I will do my very best to make all of those things come true. Because we've got to stick together, haven't we? Times like this. Now, let's move this fabric out of the way. Let's have a quick tidy up, because I realise I'm getting a little bit messy here. Right, monkey to one side, and that in the bin. Bear with me, just having a quick tidy. I've lost my assistant now, he's gone. That's it, lost him now for the day. Pop that down there. What else was I going to show you this morning? Gosh. Had all these things lined up, and then my mind just goes, okay, so that's your book and your fabric. Otherwise, you can get the book just by itself if you've already got a stash. Let me show you one more thing from the book, which is really gorgeous. And look, super easy, because I am aware that we're all trying to keep kids occupied. This is the whale. This is the big whale. So you've got the big whale and the little whale. So you cut out, fold your fabric right sides together. And you can do this on the fat quarter in the kit if you've gone for the kit. You've got loads of fabric there. And then draw around it. So I would do those right sides together. That way, and then draw around. Tilda doesn't add a seam allowance in, that's for you to add. So there's your base all the way around, draw around. That is your fin markers, so put your markers in there for the fin, and then stitch. Before you cut it off the fabric, stitch on that line all the way around, from there all the way around to there. Then cut out with your adding in whatever seam allowance. This is how Dilda does her toys. It's so much easier. And with the fins, what you do, and I can show you, this is how I did it this morning. I pop it there, and then I know I've got enough space for a seam allowance all the way around. Mark it on there. And then all you would do, because the fin has a little bit of stuffing in, I just put some old wadding, well, new, but you know what I mean, underneath there. So then when you pick that up and you take that to your sewing machine, you've got wadding on the bottom, then you've got your fabric, two fabric pieces right sides together. You sew all the way around there, cut your seam allowance, turn it inside out, and you will have your fins like that, which you then stitch, you then pin in place in your wale. So here we go, this is my wale. I've sewn all the way around from there all the way around to there. Then I've got my base piece, wale base, and again I've popped that on, I've drawn that onto my fabric, I've added a seam allowance when I've cut it out, and then you fold it in half and mark that top point there. That's your midpoint. And then what I've done is I've pinned that top point there with the bottom point there, so that I've got the two pieces there. And I've now got to do the same with this. My fin is pinned in place upside down like you would your bag handles. And then, so pin the top and the bottom, because you now have that straight stretch that you've got to make into a curve. So now what I do is I go, okay, that's got to go along there. And it does fit quite nicely onto there. And just pin that into place. So if you've got things like seams right tools and stuff like that, then this is going to be really easy because you can add exactly the same seam allowance all the way around. I've winged it a little bit because I didn't really have time to do that this morning. And that's okay. It's not the end of the world at all. So as I'm going around, I might have slightly more seam allowance on one than the other. I'm aware of that. And then just ease it if you need to around that corner there. And round. And I'm going to take this to the machine, and I'm going to start from there and sew back round to there. And I'm going to leave that little bit there to turn through. So let's go to the machine. I've got so many things to show you this morning. So let's start at the end of the fin. Now, first thing to do with the machine, not the best way to show you there. Oh, first thing to do is take dial your stitch length back down to about 1.8, 1.6, 1.8, just because if these are going to get wear and tear, then that's all good. Locking stitch, because this is going to have wear and tear when I try and turn it through. And then I'm just going to stitch along, taking my pins out as I go. So I'm just stitching on that line. Joe Carter always says if you are using pins with toys, count them in, count them out. Now, if you have a machine like mine, oh, I just need to get this. I might have to change this camera angle, you know. If you have a machine like mine, what I would suggest is, can you see every time I stop? So I will sew, and we're going around a corner. I stop, I've got it with the needle down and the foot lifts up. So if you've got one of the DX7s, this is one of the fabulous things on there, is that you can program how you want your foot to be every time you lift your foot off the accelerator pedal, if you will. So it just means that as I go around corners, I'm not having to constantly up, which you can do, but it just makes toy making so much easier. And round I come. I'm just going to make sure that I've got all of that fabric out of the way, so I'm not going to pinch the front of his nose. Round I come to where I started. Triple stitch to lock that off. It's the moment of truth. Let's see what we have. And once you can do this, you can do any of the Tilda toys. Now you can trim back your seam allowance. I won't bother doing that right now. This is my turning through. Ooh, it's quite a tight one. I'm going to turn that tail through first. And you might want to, if you are someone who partakes in a takeaway every now and then, you might have a chopstick or something. Just a wooden stick or a kebab stick, anything like that, skewers stick. I have pinking sheared around my whale tail so that it's going to be nice and smooth. And Tilda does suggest that this is the first bit that you stuff. So, you know, if she says it, she works really, really hard, Tuna Fananga, the lady who is Tilda. She used to make toys in a craft shop. So she does know how these things go together and how easy they are and otherwise. Did you see Jo Carter on my show the other day with her Easter Bunny case? And she's just got that knack, hasn't she? She's turned through so many toys. She's just like, yeah, you just did like that, and sort of stuffs her finger in it. So, oh, hello, Arthur. Oh, gosh, not on my own at all today. The dog's just joined in. Where's Marv? He had a good birthday. You'll be pleased to know he is now officially 15, aren't you, sir? Yes, 15. Do you know what? If we're going to be on lockdown for a while, go back and get your stock into the animals. I wonder what happens actually with the animal sanctuaries. What happens there? Oh my goodness. I guess there would be essential workers, wouldn't they? Oh, that's another point actually. One of you messaged me the other day and asked about dog beds. So I messaged the Dogs Trust because that's where I take a lot of my dog beds to. Not all, but some. And I asked what their filling would be. The filling of choice and size of choice. They said that they get dogs of all shapes and sizes, so any size dog beds are great if you want to make dog beds, because I used to take all the scraps off sewing quarter and patchwork them up. That's how I sort of learnt my patchworking, was making dog beds and then take them down to the Dogs Trust. And so because they reckon that, they did a study and they reckon that people will adopt dogs more if they have pretty beds, because they can envisage them in their home rather than like ratty-tatty, nasty, dirty stuff. So that's why I started doing it, just to help dogs be adopted more quickly. But they said that any sizes, because they get all manner of size of dog come in, the only filling they won't accept is feather. Well, you can imagine, can't you? No. So yeah, I forgot to feed that back to you. So apologies for that, but I've done it now. So this is the whale. And you would start by filling in his tail, and then there's just a tiny little hole there that you would just then slip stitch and sew together. And you would just, as you sew, hang on, let me push that out properly. So I have pinking sheared along the edges of here, just so that you get a smoother edge. But that's the size of him. I will finish that off for Freddy later. But I think he's a bit fab. I love that. And he's got two-tone. There's his tummy. And then you can embroider your eye on there. And there you go. As the old joke is, we've had a whale of a time. Yes, we have. Back to messages. I use my turny through sticks. Yes, Ali, that is my turny through stick. Happy birthday, Arthur. Yeah, thank you. Oh, the tip about the Dogs Trust. Yeah, well, I just thought I'd go straight to the source and find out. It looks good, the whale. Thank you. The whale is very, very cute, isn't it? Absolutely. And yeah, there's just Val says, hi Natasha, sorry, just joining you. Had to do my shopping at the designated time. Oh, well done you. And I hope everyone's keeping safe. Thank you very much for your messages this morning. Right, okay. We have got yes, so the Dashhound kits. I have got the last of those up. So When I first bought the duo of dash hounds, I put a free pattern in because the pattern is available on the website, it's free. So I downloaded it and I printed it off for everybody that bought a kit. So that goes into your kit for free. I had managed to get hold of some Tilda fabric at a stupid price, and I passed that discount on. Now I'm coming to the last of that discounted fabric. So these will be the last dash hounds at this price because it is really silly. So have a look on the website if you want, because you get a metre of fabric in there. Kits are always a funny one to price because it's partly on how much fabric is there, partly how much time it takes to create the kits as well, because it's very time consuming cutting. So they're always tricky, and I try and price it by the time and then how many things you get at the end of it. So if you've gone for the book and the 2.5 meters and fat quarter kit that we were talking about this morning, so that you can make a whale and a monkey and a doll, you make 3 things and you get the book to keep. And that's, I think it was $32.99. The book alone is $16.99 minus 10%, so take off £1.70 and whatever that ends up being, because we're taking 10% off all the books for you today. If you're just watching us, then it's all on www.natashamakes.com. That's where you can find everything. So the dash hound kits are up. There are a few of the pouch kits, the double pouch kits left. Not in this colourway, they've all gone. So if you wanted just little things to make with the kids, then that's all good. What else have I got for you today? Oh, here's the other thing that I wanted to do. Obviously, not everybody knows that we're out there. There's a story behind a lot of that as well, which I can't really repeat on air. But yeah, a lot of you, especially like sewing quarter fans, they don't know that I ever set up on my own. So what I would really appreciate, and possibly they will too, is to spread the word. So at the end of this video, when we're all done, if you could possibly share the video so that all of your friends get to see it and ask them to share, then we'll try and get the word out so that people who are by themselves and maybe don't know that this is happening and that this is going on and what a great community that we have, they can watch the show. So whilst I know that this is a weird time and some of you can buy, some of you can't, and that's absolutely fine, let's keep the community going. Let's keep these messages coming in because they're lovely, and let's keep showing each other our makes. And also let's share so that people know. Those who are supporting through buying, thank you so much. But your support can always be shown through just to share on Facebook as well, so that people know that we're here and they know what times we're here. Mondays and Tuesdays at the moment, just Mondays and Tuesdays at 10 o'clock. Who knows, if I'm stuck at home all the time, then that might increase. You never know. Bear with, depends how many things I can actually physically make. So let's have a look at this, because we've got 3 of the white, 3 of the teal surrounds, and these are on the website. So I've done the front kit. I will measure up for how much of the backing fabric, and I will put that on Facebook to let you know how much backing fabric. It was mixed as to whether or not you wanted backing fabric with it or not. So in the end I didn't. I will just let you know where it is and how much you will need to then buy. Because what I've got is some gorgeous flannel, which is super soft. It's 100% cotton, but it's beautiful flannel. And then actually I wouldn't add wadding. I'd just have it as a cuddly blanket that they can just go under. I would just put the wadding on the back, not the wadding, that's what I just said, the brush cotton on the back, and just have it as a cuddly blanket. Perfect. In which case, what I would do, instead of binding, then the 1/2 meter that you get of the fossil, I would cut into 2.5 inch strips, right sides together, your 1/4 inch seam round, press that open, and then all I would do is cut your backing to size, and then I would go right sides together like you would if you were making a cushion, and I would stitch all the way round, leave a turning through, turn through, and then I would just stitch around these sashing pieces there, just to hold everything in place. You can do that with a walking foot if you want, and then stitch up your turning through gap. And that is a really quick, easy, cheap way of making a kid's quilt, you know, that they're gonna romp around and play with and do whatever with. So that's what I will be doing with this. I wanted that because I really like that dark there, as that says. So that will either be your binding, or if you do it the cheap, quick way that I've said, then you know, then it still acts as that border. Kind of gives it that finality, which I rather love. So we've got that, but like I say, very, very limited on the number of those that I've got for you. It was all I could get my hands on. So 6 in total, 3 of each. And then there are also the kits with the 1/2 meters. If you just want the lovely dinosaur fabric, then if you want the 1/2 meter, the 1/2 meter of the fossil, 1/2 meter of the white, they go in different directions. There's one drumming there, there's one with a guitar, cymbals. Yeah, so if you want a 1/2 meter of each of those, just because they're fun, they are on the website also. Now, the other thing that we were going to do today, gosh, a real lot today. Let me put that back up there. Whoop. Excuse my trousers. Right, the other thing was, yes, the cushion kits. Before we do that, yeah, I mentioned the Dash Hound kits on the website. So slightly different because I put them with one of the Tilda plains, which is going to be really lovely. So you might have that as a tummy, or that as the tummy, and that as the ear, and that, or vice versa. You flip them around, but the colours match beautifully. So I've gone with a plain and an accent for this, and these will be the last of them. These will be the only ones that I can do. And then with the blues, so maybe you'll have that as the main body and that as the tummy, and then vice versa. The kit will make at least 2. So you've got that option if you want to do those. So they are the 2 colours for the Dash Hound kits. Good, I've mentioned those. Let me put those down there. Right. This was the other thing that we were going to do today. I have managed to get my hands on these. We're going with this. So basically you can make a tote bag out of them, or cushions, or whatever you like really. I just thought that they were really beautiful. A little bit a bit like the Impressionists, felt a bit Monet-like to me. And I was like, yeah, it's quite pretty. So I thought I would get these for you. The kit is basically when these are cut down, I know they've kind of got a border on, but they were horrible to cut. They were really tricky because they weren't quite folded straight on the bolts. So yeah, my cutting's a bit squiffy. So basically, to compensate for that, I've said that these are, I'm not counting this as part of it. Like this is, you can add a bit obviously with all of these, but I'm thinking it starts at the green. And these are 18 or 18.5 inches. Can't remember. Oh, I could measure, couldn't I? Where's my measuring device gone? Let's have a little look. A little look. Yeah, so 18.5 inches square, each of these, if you're going around the green, which will bring it down to a lovely 18-inch cushion pad then that you can pop into there. I have got only 20 of these kits, and you get 2 panels, 2 18.5-inch panels, and then you choose. I have got either, do you know, this was the first colour, and when I said which colour would you prefer, this was the one that I had really chosen for it. And this is a batik. It's a beautiful batik in this zesty, yellowy, greeny, chartreusey colour. And I thought it really brought those lovely spring bright colours up. Let me show you. So in your kit, you will also get a, Oops, if I change the view, there we go. You will get a 1/2 metre of the batik fabric in there as well. So you've got your 2 panels and your 1/2 metre. So if you want to make a bag, you can line with this. You've got your front and your back. If you want to make cushions, then you can do your backing of your cushions with that as well. So that is one option. Or the other was this batik, which is just beautiful and picks up all those gorgeous purples there. Isn't it funny how putting different colours with it just draws out other colours? So that was your other colour option. So I've got purple and I've got the sort of lemony green. Look at that batik. Isn't that beautiful? That is a salt resist. That's what gives that lovely colour and that lovely pattern. Just stunning. So it's up to you then what you want to do. The very first thing that I would do, if it were me, is to interface. So if you're going to make a bag, I would interface, interface. Let's see. Oh, look, perfect size. Perfect. So let's just start to, I did actually get my big one out. Just make sure, don't do like I did earlier and you know, use your iron on the wrong side. I'm just going to make sure there that my interfacing is the right side down. If you've never used interfacing before, it's the bobbly side down. They are your little glue dots. Okay, and then I'm just going to press. And whilst I do this, because this could take a little time, dear viewer, let's read a few of your messages, shall we? And see what you lot are all up to. Chris is watching. Morning. Oh, Jackie, lots of you saying stay safe. Yes, do stay safe. Did I, you know, when I was given the whole spiel about like and share this video, did I say that we'll pick a winner? We'll pick someone and send you a little charm pack or something. Oh, well done on all of you that managed to get the William Morris layer cakes yesterday. Yeah, they are at such a good price on the website. And then Christine says, Freddy, you are gorgeous. Don't go telling him that. I mean, we know it. But let's just keep that between ourselves, shall we? And who else have we got watching? Lots of you watching. And, oh, oh yeah, no, Freddy's gone off to play with his Lego. Yeah. And what else? Oh, a tip I learnt when turning through, what's this? Tip I learnt when turning through was to turn the piece the furthest away first. Oh, Annie, thank you. Yeah, good tip. Very good tip. I am concentrating. Look at multitasking. My dad will tell you that it's impossible to multitask. You just don't do any one thing well. He's possibly right. Possibly right. Oh, Gabrielle says she always shares because she's in Scotland. Yeah, you see, I just don't know how much there was in that. I remember doing a broadcast live over in Ireland, and the number of lovely people that came up to us afterwards and said, you know, we just don't have shops there at all for craft. What about people helping you make things if we still have a postal service? Well, do you know what, actually? My very lovely friend Gemma, who's on here this morning. Morning, Gemma. She normally runs a nail salon and obviously for self-employed has had to shut down. And she's had a bit of a rough time, bless her, because her dachshund died at the weekend. It's so sad. Poor little Tilly. And Susie, her other dachshund, is sad about this too. So I was talking to her the other day and she's going to come on board and make some of my samples for me because I just don't have the time to make them all. And Gemma is a perfectionist. It's one of her greatest traits and probably one of the ones that drives herself bonkers the rest of the time. But no, so she's going to make some samples. So again, you know, we're trying to help those people who are self-employed that are struggling and help keep us online here and keep us bringing stuff for you to watch as well. And you know, and also I know that's one person now that will have stuff to do to help keep them sane because she's not going to be able to go out like the rest of us. So, you know, yes, I have got starting to get, obviously I'm only a really small business. So for those of you that have only just joined us, I'm just still interfacing here. Natasha Makes is obviously myself. And, you know, gosh, when I had this great idea to set up Natasha Makes, little did I know I would be working 18-hour days for the foreseeable future to make it all happen. But I'm really lucky because I have a great support network. Firstly, my husband, who, bless him, yeah, apparently has a wife somewhere, but generally in here. And then also the kids are being really supportive. Obviously, Freddy loves it. And but also Josh, let me just give them all a shout out for all these people that you might have heard me mention. Josh does all of our technical stuff because not my bag, quite frankly. So he maintains the website. He built the website. He does all of that. All of the stuff that keeps us in motion. That's Josh. SJ does the marketing. She has your queries, and thank you for just being patient with us, most of you, for during this time. It is really, really appreciated because, you know, we're trying our best. So there's the three of us. And then my best friend Emma has come on board to sort out my accounts because paperwork, not great at it. So thank you, Emma. You are so part of this and integral as well. So that's it. That's all of us. You know, we don't have big multi-million-pound companies behind us or anything like that. This is us bringing something for you, the best that we can do. And that's why we have to use companies that will direct dispatch, because I can't send out everything. I can't store everything here. I can't send out everything. Hence why it's all a little bit up in the air at the minute, in terms of, you know, but it's all good. It is all good. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add a little bit extra onto here. I've got enough to just add on there. Adding myself a little border. I am. So I'm just going to cut out this. Should we make it into a cushion? What do you reckon? Lots of you wanted cushions. Should we make this into a little cushion? Yeah, why not? Actually, do you know what? I'm going to make that a narrower border. You see, I reckon if you were careful, if I've cut you enough of the blue, I reckon that you could actually turn some of those into handles if you wanted for the bag. Now, there's no reason why. Now, you get 1/2 metre of your batiks with this as well. So, you know, that's enough for either lining your bag or if you want to do one cushion, one bag. So it's up to you. But certainly you've got enough there, especially if you're putting a zip in for your bag, for your cushion. You've got enough there. So just trim these back. And I will go in there, there, there. There. Now, yeah, once that's got some lovely interfacing on, it's going to be gorgeous, isn't it? Do you want a closer look? There you go. I wanted bright and cheery when I saw this. I was like, yep, let's just go bright and cheery there. So that's what we've got there. What do you want to do? Orange or purple? Yeah, orange or purple, yellow or purple? Should we go purple? Yeah, I mean, even with that keeping a bit of border on, you've got enough width there. So if you want to put a zip in, do. If you want to, oh, look at that. Perfect. If you want to do an envelope back, should we do an envelope back? Should we do that? Let's do that. Okay. Is there anybody saying anything other on here? Oh, Martina, thank you. She shared already to expanding stitches. Oh, loving the material. Beautiful. Yes, it is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, Christine lost me with the microwave. Oh, gosh. Oh, Gemma, I'm glad to hear that Susie's on your lap, sleeping and listening to me. Yeah, I have that effect on people. That's fine. Oh, and SJ and Josh have said thanks. Do you know what? I couldn't do this without SJ, Josh and Emma. It just wouldn't happen. Just wouldn't happen. And I am always eternally grateful for them. And of course, all the designers. Right. Another question that I have for you is, have you looked around your house? Now that you've been in it for a little while, you know, for a few days, there was a thing on the radio, and this got us thinking yesterday. There was a thing on the radio about whether what you did at the weekend. If if you were one of the sensible people, you didn't go out, then what did you actually do at the weekend? And there were so many people that were saying, God, actually DIY. I've been looking around my house and I realised that there is stuff that now needs to be done. And this got us thinking here at Natasha Makes. What are you going to do? Are you looking around going, oh gosh, there's that bit of painting that needs doing or whatever? So we have a cunning plan for you. I should have pressed this, shouldn't I, really, before we came to air, but we'll have a little chat while we do it. We have managed to get hold of, and just let me know if this is something that appeals, of some of the most beautifully upholstery weight fabrics for you. Not lots, all right. And here's for the why. Upholstery weight fabrics regularly come in at £60 plus a metre. Okay. But what if I told you that I've managed to get hold of all sorts of colours as remnants? So there might be a metre, there might be 1.4 metre, lovely wide fabrics, upholstery weight fabrics that would normally cost you like £80 for 1.5 metres of the fabric. If I could bring you that for around £15, how would that be? And then I've also got some patterns coming for footstools and cushions and things like that, so that you can, whilst you're sat at home, on a budget, redecorate. If that sounds like something that appeals, let me know, I will make it happen. Okay, I said I would ask. I had a meeting about it yesterday and I said I would ask. And if it was something that you fancy, so that you can, on a budget, and it will be all sorts. This is the beauty of it. Because it's remnants, it is all sorts. I've got a catalogue like you wouldn't believe, but I've got to know that it's something that you guys want, because obviously if I'm investing in the time and paying people to put it all up on the website, then it's got to be something that you guys want, because otherwise, it's not viable. So let me know if that's something that takes your fancy, and I will make it happen. Yeah, basically, just let me know. And what I will also do is I will add on this purple and the yellow by the ½ metre onto the website, so that if you are someone, because I generally do envelope backed, so if you want to buy like an extra ½ metre, if you're going to make 2 cushions and you don't want to do them as zips, then you can buy an extra ½ metre if you want. But this is on the website. What did I charge this out? I think it's like, is it £13.99 or something like that for the 2 things and ½ metre. Yeah, it's affordable, isn't it? But yeah, yeah. So, Val's saying yes, she would love that. Yeah, Elizabeth, good quality upholstery fabric is easily, some of them 60 plus. I've got upholstery fabric here that I bought as remnants that if I'd have paid full price would have been £120 a metre. And I got in my closing down sale for 20 quid. Okay, so what I will do then, I've got at least 3 patterns coming, which are gorgeous, and one of them is a footstool, and that uses about 1 metre. So that means that, and also if you think about a footstool, yes, it can be a footstool, but also it can be where you put the kids' toys, or where you put your spare duvet, or anything like that. So it doesn't have to be filled with beanbag filling. It can be filled with your winter wardrobe as we go in spring. Stuff it with all your jumpers or whatever, and it looks nice. You put feet up on it, easy. So there are lots of different ways that we can do. And if that is what you want, then I will get those catalogued and up on the website, and we'll do that next week. Okay, and we'll show you how to make one of these one of these things. So yeah, good. I'm glad that so far that sounds positive. Yeah. One of you's already bought a lot. Kaz has already got a load. That's fine. That's fine. It's not going to be for everyone. But if it is the sort of thing, then what we'll do is we'll catalogue it in colour order, and then you can pick the colours. Right. So as we were, here we go. Let's have a look at this. So. My rule of thumb, people often ask when you are doing a cushion, how big do you do? If you're doing an envelope backing, how big do you do? I do rule of thirds. So I don't know why I had to lean on it like that for you, but you know what I mean. So I would overlap by a third. And that's kind of how I do it. So this, give or take, is going to be about 18 inches by the time that we've put on a seam allowance and whatnot. So, so that's going to be into thirds, that's 6 inches. So that I want to do each of those 12 inches deep, right? Plus my seam allowance. So let's just say 13 inches, top and bottom. If you're doing it that way, doesn't matter if you do it so that the envelope cross over that way or the other, doesn't matter. So I will cut this into lengths of 13 inches. Let's do that, shall we? And then we can whiz up a very quick cushion. Oh, there you go. Well, I've already started. And this is actually where, when I first started, do you know, when I first started on Create and Craft, my audition, I made a cushion. And because they wanted someone who did soft crafts, and I was so nervous about being in front of a camera because I'd presented, but I'd only done sports presenting and stuff like that. I hadn't done live TV, and I just remember making it, and the woman who became my boss in the end just went, "Oh, if only it was that easy to make a cushion, I'd have made all of mine." I was like, exactly, right? Why are you paying extortionate amounts for cushions? You just don't need it. So yeah. That was my very first one. So if you are doing zipper cushions, obviously you've got plenty there to do both zips. If you are bag lining, then you've got enough to do your bag linings and your handles, however you wish to do that. Let's now put these on their sides. How big did I say that was in the end? See, this is where the stripology is great, just for trimming stuff down to exactly where you want it to be. I'm just going to fold over that angle there, and then always find your bottom line and line it up. How big did I say this was? Oh gosh, it's coming up at about 20 inches at the minute. So we are, if I just take those edges down, trim those up, we're pretty much there. But if I've got a big seam allowance, it kind of doesn't matter anyway. I would normally, and I won't because it's away, but I would normally bring out the overlocker. If you don't have an overlocker, don't sweat it. It's no problem at all. The next thing that I'm going to do is just fold over and press a seam allowance. And I do that twice. So I've added on an inch, didn't I, to that 12 inches. So what I would do is, and let's see if I can get this up here for you. I would fold and press. So if you don't have an overlocker, then this is a great way, just so that nothing will then fray. You can wash it as much as you want. And I just fold it over twice and press. As easy as that. And then I will just stitch along there. And then again, just fold and press. This does not, you can do this as accurately or otherwise as you like, because obviously your envelope backing is going to be turned one over the other. No one's going to measure to see if they're the exact same size. It's very, very forgiving. There you go. Obviously, if you're making a pair, you might want to actually take the time, make sure that they are. So yeah, I would just stick that seam. I'm not going to stitch all of this together right now because it's just straight line stitching and it is quite boring. But if we just go through the very basics for you, then what I would do is right sides together. So this will be the back of your seam. Pop that onto there like that. And then pop that onto there like that. And then stitch all the way round. All the way around. Snip, mitre your corners if you want to. Turn through, and that's your cushion done, because you can turn through from here because that's your seam that you will have stitched down. And then by the end of it you will have a fab cushion which is going to be as beautiful on the back as it is on the front. Gorgeous, gorgeous. But like I say, if I put up this this batik, then if you wanted to do a sash, make it bigger or do whatever extra, then you've got all of those options for you. So I think we're just about done for the day. Oh my goodness, that went really fast. Claire says my Freddy's adorable, thank you. Same with her boys, trying to get them to say something on cue when possible. Oh no, I never know what's going to come out of his mouth. And yes please Natasha, need some purple batik. When will it go on? I'll get that loaded as soon as we come off air. The photographs, we've scanned it all in, so we've got the images, and that can just go up because that's already part of that kit, so that can go up. Ali says all of her envelope backs have gaps, so I've gone back to zips. The rule of thirds, and that should stop that. If you have really plush cushions, if you really you know the ones that are bursting, then go a little bit more than a third. Otherwise you get that gap, don't you? You know, like when you sit down and your top doesn't quite meet the back of your trousers, you get that gap with your pillow, your cushion. If you know you are a big stuffer, sounds a bit wrong, doesn't it? Then just add a little bit more. Loving the purple batik. Wish we were making leaves now, Martina. Really? Oh yeah, of course, the leaves for the expanding stitches. I've got some other gorgeous batiks. Do you want, actually, before we go, because we are nearly done now, I've got some other batiks. Do you want me to kit them or just put them up by themselves for you to peruse? What would you like? Just pop under here. Beautiful fabrics. Thank you, Patricia. Just make a little note down here underneath where we're live and just let me know if you'd like the batiks up by the ½ metre. I've got those two ready to go up. That's no problem. I've got more to go on if you want, or I can kit them, or just let me know how you would like them, because we are nearly done. Now, I will get SJ, because SJ does all the competition-y type stuff. I will get her to pick a winner for everybody that likes and shares, and I'll send you a nice little charm pack or something, and we will pop the winner up on the website. But otherwise, if you just randomly get sent something, you'll know why. Thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you very much for being a part of today. And yeah, thank you for getting involved. As ever, I will read through these after the show, and yeah, just let me know. Oh, either. Okay, all right. I will put some of the batiks up and do some kitting. But yeah, do keep an eye on the website, www.natashamakes.com, because my mission is to get little kits to keep you busy at really affordable prices. And I think, I might not be able to bring loads of them. Like I said, I've only got about 20 of these, and I only had 6 of those. but that's the beauty. I can just bring bits and hopefully bring them at great prices. So do have a peruse through the website because there's lots on there. Remember, it's 10% off Search Press books today as well, and they will be sent straight from Search Press. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day. I've got to go and do the old Joe Wicks thing. Wish me luck. See you soon. Bye-bye.